All I'm saying is this. In America, you got certain benefits and you got certain laws that checks on and corrects wrong. It's done under the government and by government or any government agency. Now, what I'm saying, and all I'm saying is this: I think any person, any citizen, or anyone that would be in a similar situation, especially white people, they would kill up a whole goddamn village if you do them fucked up and do them wrong. I mean, not literally, but hypothetically, they'll tear shit up, because I think they the most notorious criminals in America when it comes to doing them wrong. They not really outwardly criminal in the sense that they go out seeking to do that, but if you do a grave injustice to them, their retribution is horrible. Point of the matter is this: if you are overturning cases, which have been and which is being done continuously, after testing evidence of persons accused of doing violent or committing violent crimes and doing years in prison, I don't care how much they accomplished and what they accomplished in prison. It shouldn't be a promotion that while in prison, they done gained all this new universal or worldly knowledge and education, and promoting it like as if you've done a big favor to society, whereas all that energy should be put and given to people who are in society that need that type of tutoring or help or assistance. Period. Finding a way, creating remedies, creating curriculums, little quasi institutions, programs, centers, where that is what the outcome should be, the goal to accomplish. Getting to my point. You returning and overturning cases through the court and to the court of people who convicted of these horrendous violent crimes. In every case, there was victims who were hurt, families that was destroyed. Unfortunately, some people even killed as a result of that. And subsequently, after so many years, here's a lawyer to come out of college, a few years in practice, or get inside underneath these professors and get out here and want to make a name for himself, prove himself in the field of litigation, law, criminal law, on the basis of equal justice, correcting a wrong, making a difference in people having belief that justice really do exist in America. Oh, he was wrongly convicted and accused because the evidence didn't match. DNA, fingerprint, evidence didn't match. Now that somebody was victimized and they were hurt and they were damaged, hospital records, DNA, shows that they were the one who had committed the crime. Now, and you got this case overturned. You know, they devastated behind this. Now, here it is, a case where there was no evidence at all. No evidence at all, 25 years. Now, what happens is, after 25 years, of course, the seats, habitants gonna change. Ain't gonna be the same ones that was around during the time the prosecution had occurred. 25 years, no evidence of a crime. Now, all I'm asking for, after 25 years, I spoke to this, I don't even want to get into describing this person because it might be offended and feel some kind of way and all that. I would add fire or wood to the fire that already exists down there, because what's being done, anyone know once in America, if they was to hear something like this and know that this is true, I know an average American can't say, oh yeah, it's good for them. I know the average American can't say, well, that should happen to everybody like that. They should just go ahead and suffer like that. I know that's not the American way, because that's what the law in America do not allow. Anything that is passed that violates the right of a citizen is unlawful under the Constitution. So it can't be right. Even if you opinionate that is right, you say, fuck it. You don't have that position of control and decision making to make a difference and turn the case off or have everything or the matter looked into to validate it. Now, if something like that do exist, of course, government entity or government agency level would want to know that this kind of crime, it's a crime. You put a person in prison for 25 years and come to find out the system that prosecute them, put them in the prison system and made them guilty, not found them guilty, but made them guilty. You want to know that kind of system don't continue in this country. America fights and help other nations against civil and human rights. To this day, they go to war and help companies and corporations that's in foreign lands go to war against nations and corporations, nations and countries that violate these same basic rights that America promote, that we do enjoy, the citizens. Now, how hard can it be to go to evidence room and come to find out that there was no crime at all committed, let alone it being a violent crime? No crime, not even a threat. Now, how hard can it be to overturn that case? You can't lose no sleep behind that. Ain't no victims crying now, oh, I was shot, I was stabbed, I was assaulted. It was a weapon that was pointed at me. No, you don't have that in this case. So how hard is it to overturn? And respectfully, I ask to look into it. If there is any degree of evidence of any kind, then that's the last and that's the end of this. If you want to take it to trial, you can't take it to trial. You can try, but you know you ain't standing on no solid ground. See, the truth don't change. And the point of the matter is, all I'm asking for is that justice. You don't have to go and test no evidence because there's no evidence to test. Go down to the evidence room and see whether anything logged in. There's no evidence. So there's no valid witnesses because the documents that was generated, a police report, is based on just a statement by the second detective, because the first detective didn't write no crime when they went there. Another precinct detective, she just wrote up a crime. And on her write-up criminal complaint, she has no evidence. All the boxes that she's supposed to check and cross out or check and comment or show and display, all those she's supposed to, and it's not anything but no or not apply. The whole thing is based on, and she got it written down, checked off, is based on the police report, and she's the only police. And that's the only one that has written anything. Don't even have a signed affidavit statement by who was supposed to have been the person that's supposed to have been the victim in the crime charge. All I'm asking for is justice. That's all. Give me a fair shot like I had down here in Greenville, South Carolina. I had to represent myself because all my lawyers wanted me to take a plea bargain. They just didn't want to mess with me. They just want to mess with me. So I asked the court to have them remove my case based on conflict of interest, ineffective assistance of counsel. You don't want to do for me, represent my rights, then you shouldn't even be paid anything. And the judges took them off, so I couldn't get no more, so I had to represent myself. The truth don't change, though. The truth do not change. Facts speak louder than words. So all I'm asking for is another chance or a chance for my justice to actually be representative of America. I'm not asking people to like me. I'm not trying to say I'm a good looking dude, attractive and all that. I'm a woman's man and all the women's all falling out all of them because they're not. They're not. And I'm not trying to say they are. And that's not my mission. But the point of the matter is that in this case right here, that I was locked up for 25 years illegally. That's against the law. The same laws that you use to prosecute other people, that same laws that give you the authority to do that is the same laws that say that you can approach for redress of unlawfulness, especially in violation of constitutional civil rights. Yes, my civil rights been violated. And that's what I'm looking for. And I'm going to close with that.